Hello everyone. Thank you again for coming to Mary's Little House by way of YouTube. Today is December 13th, the feast of St. Lucy, Virgin and Martyr. She was a martyr under the Emperor Diocletian in the 300s. She offered herself to Jesus, her virginity to Jesus. And a pagan suitor, a boyfriend, wanted to marry her, and she wanted to stay close to Jesus. She wanted to keep her vow of virginity, and he turned her in, and they tried to persuade her, and they were so frustrated they turned her over to a brothel to corrupt her. But the poor soldiers couldn't move her. She was just stayed there in the standing there, but they couldn't move her. Then they tried to burn her by fire, but that didn't work. And finally, they pierced her throat with a sword. But she died a virgin martyr. She died faithful to Christ, to her promise, and God was faithful to her because she wasn't turned over to the brothel. God honored her purity, her virginity. God was faithful to her to let her, give her the grace of final perseverance, of final of being faithful to Him. She's a very famous saint all over the world. She's a saint from Sicily. She's also the saint on the day I was born, December 13th. So she's always been very special to me since I was born on December 13th, 1939. And by the way, just a parenthesis, thank you, all of you, for your cards, postal cards, e-cards, for your Facebook best wishes, for your email birthday best wishes, and for your phone calls. All day long I have been just sort of on a cloud of love, of affirmation, of being so loved and supported by my own family, by you out there in cyberspace, and by the people around me in the ministry. I just feel very thankful and very grateful to God for you all. I love you all too, and I wanna. This all I could do here to share my the greatest riches of all, the greatest treasure we can have, which is Jesus, our Lord, who brings us to the Father, who helps us on our way to the Father, who shows us the Father here on earth. So thank you so much. Now getting back to St. Lucy, even Protestants, the pastor, the homilist today at the Mass was a missionary in the Scandinavian countries, in Sweden, in Denmark, in Greenland, and he knew about St. Lucy. The Lutherans have a great devotion to St. Lucy, especially in Sweden. They have this, and I forgive me, Sydney has a nice ornament, big tall thing. It's in the Christmas tree boxes, and I couldn't dig it out yet. But anyway, this is someone gave, one of our ministers gave to us. It's a little ornament. It's just enamel, cut out wood enamel thing. But I wanted you just to see it. As the priest said today, this missionary to Sweden and Denmark and Greenland and Scandinavia in general, Norway, they have a great devotion to Santa Lucia. As you know, it's up north, and it's very dark in the wintertime, so they have things about fire and light. Well, Santa Lucia, her name Lucy, it comes from lux lucis, which in Latin means light, and so they had a great love for her as a virgin martyr, her fidelity to Christ even to die for before she would go against her vow of virginity. So they had a great love for her there, but they also, because of her name, Lux Lucis, and because of the darkness of Scandinavia, that they would choose a young woman, a young girl. It was a very great honor to be the Lucybride. The Lucybride. That's what they called it, the father said. And they would dress the young girl up in a bride's dress. And on her head were 4 candles. Now these candles were lit candles. The father said that everybody watched her come in, hoping that nothing would catch on fire. So she had to walk very erect because the candles were lit. There you can see the 4 candles. I don't know if you can see it very well. This is just a cutout from a thing, but it's just a lovely thing. I think it's from Sweden or Denmark, this ornament itself. One of our ministers sent it to us, and we have it displayed in all year long in the front room of Mother Mary's little house. So she's wearing a red sash, a red sash depicting her martyrdom, and light. That she goes into the houses, into the churches, into the institutions, even the courthouse has a Lucybride, and she goes in with her candles lit, and in the early morning when it's still dark, and sings Santa Lucia. I don't know the real song, but Father tried to sing it after Mass for us, because he was from Scandinavia, or he was there many years, and in Greenland and Norway and Sweden. And anyway, that she sings that to wake people up, and she brings the light of her 4 candles that is a crown on her head. It's a beautiful, lovely tradition, and very much even not only in churches, not only in private homes, but also in institutions, civil institutions, has the Lucybride. And the girls are very honored to be chosen to do this and to sing that song and to wake people up, and recalling St. Lucy, and recalling that there's light in this darkness of the winter, that ultimately Jesus coming at Christmas, the celebration of his birth, and ultimately his coming at the second coming, his light will overcome all darkness. So anyway, I wanted to share this with you. This is the closest thing I got, but it's a little ornament. Santa Lucybride, they call him, Santa Lucia. And Father was just, you should see his face. He loved to talk about it because of people. He said these are Lutheran people, and they have this great devotion to Santa Lucia, and she's my saint too, because I was born on her feast day. That was not an accident. And I always had a great love for the Virgin Martyrs, for the first of all, their beauty and their goodness. When you see holiness, the natural beauty is only enhanced and radiates their natural beauty and their fidelity, no matter what the persecutors did to them. They didn't give in. They were faithful to Jesus. That's what I want to be, and we're all called to be that, faithful to Jesus, no matter what the cost. So Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. I don't know if that's the right one that they sang in the morning. God bless you. The Lucybride. Okay, I'm going to set her over here. You can look at her when you get tired of looking at my face. Oh, it's too small, isn't it? Anyway, probably get tired of him. Okay, right there. Oh, okay. How are you doing on Advent? I was just talking to someone tonight, a dear friend, and I told her about the Advent grace that I had on Sunday, last Sunday, the Gaudete Sunday, about the grace when my Sunday was that I cling so, the rest, the leisure, that just time just in being with the Lord on Sunday. I don't have to work. I don't have to do a lot of stuff because it's Sunday. And I wish everybody a happy Sunday. But this time, my Sunday was completely shattered on my schedule, my nice, neat little schedule for my Sunday. And the advent of grace was, oh, this is God's plan, not mine. And it made me look at my selfishness, made me look to that I was not detached from even the goodness of my Sunday, when God would give me something else to do. Like in this case was a long phone call that was necessary and needed, was God's will, not my will. And I said, oh, but I wanted to rest. I wanted to take a nap. I wanted to be just to be casual, to be on Sunday with the Lord, His Lord's Day. But none of that above happened for me. But I got a great peace. First of all, a humiliation. Oh, I've been holding on to my comfort. I've been holding on to my nice, neat schedule. And that would throw me into a panic. And I would scramble and try to gorge myself with getting caught up with activity. I didn't do it this time. I accepted in peace and a joy. This is God's will for me. The stuff I didn't get done, the leisure I didn't have, the nap I didn't get, that didn't mean anything. Only what means anything is God's will for me. And there was great peace and joy. And the Advent grace was me to realize how selfish I was. This was, we remember John the Baptist in Sunday's Gospel said, prepare the way of the Lord. Anything that stops you, that stops the Lord, He's knocking out there. If I'm in there holding on to my Sunday and my schedule and my comfort and my wanting to have things done, I'm too busy holding on. I can't open my arms to Jesus. So the Advent grace is that obstacle, that awareness that I am so selfish and I want to be more generous. I want to run to the door and open to Him and not be holding on to my selfishness, my wanting to have a nice, comfortable life, my schedule, my wanting to get done. No, He's removed that bar from the door, those bars from the door, lots of bars, and I was able by my decision say, Lord, all right, I accept Sunday as it is, as you have let me live it, and I could fling open the doors, make straight the way of the Lord. So I'm not in there miserly counting my time and my comfort and my whatever. I'm not. He's shown me that, and that's what Advent's about. Is to remove any obstacle we have in responding to Jesus in love, in intimacy, in generosity, in 100. He gives His 100%, and He calls for us to give our 100%, not holding on to a nice, comfortable Sunday afternoon or whatever. And by the way, it didn't kill me, and I'm so happy, and it makes me even more happy. God bless you. Now, I'm so glad I could be with you tonight. I didn't know if I could with all these birthday calls and letters and cards and emails. I'm just filled with love, God's love shown through you. God bless you.